FTW.
FT, where the heck did everybody go? W Broadcasting here for the win. We bring you hot Starcraft 2 action. You know who I am. I'm AWOL, and joining me as always is my boy Danny, and it looks like they're calling an ally chat Ghosts and Prisms. Why is that, folks? That's because this is a team mono battles custom map. It looks like the map is designed for you to only be able to pick one type of unit. Prisms is quite the interesting choice. I don't know what's going to pop here, so I'm going to generically take the bottom right. Danny can take the top left-hand team, and Danny, you want to go ahead and introduce your team and bring it over to KO.
Sure, why not? I got J-Town here in the Green Terran. I don't know exactly what unit he got to pick. I think we had it in a list. I don't know where they are. We have Shadow Cricket here as the gray, light purple, whatever Protoss. 10 speed, good old 10 speed. Nuke Rush, I guess, says Ozzy. He apparently got Ghosts. And the Hacker Mike is the yellow Zerg. And I will toss it over to our Chief Science Officer, the King of Town. How are you doing, King of Town? And what is the word of the cast?
As always, I am doing excellent, my friends. Today's word of the cast is going to be ironclad. Ironclad. Ironclad is a word, once again, that has multiple meanings. It can be used in a number of different ways. And I'm counting on you guys, the viewers, to really make us proud and put some creative stuff up there in the comment section.
All right, so the winner with the most thumbs up on your hilarious comment will win the entire internet. That's my understanding. I'm going to introduce my team real quick. Ozzy All-Star, as we know, he is going to go Ghost. He's talking about nuke rushing. Nuclear Penguin, very nice. I like that. Nuclear Penguin, it sounds like a seedy strategy, is going mass drones right now, picking up some gas. I don't know what his unit is going to be. We will find out. And Shinobi, the ninja, is picking up an engineering bay here early. We'll find out what his unit's going to be, as well as Roxor playing as the pink Protoss. I like his name. Probes only so far, and a Forge. Oh yeah, he was going Warp Prisms, wasn't he? Or is that the other guy?
Yeah, he said he had to go Warp Prism, so it looks like he's going to just Cannon Rush, which I can understand. Warp Prism's not exactly the best offensive unit. So he's pretty much going to be stuck with cannons. I don't know what any of my team is doing right now.
He's trying to cannon rush up here in the top right. That's what Roxor is trying to do. Dropping that pylon there, and the drones are shutting that down immediately. And now that the Forge is up, he might be able to quickly get a cannon down here, but I don't think it's going to work. Probes are OP, but they're just not going to be OP enough to D-up or to face 5 drones at the same time. I think this strat is going to be shut down, but Roxor has an additional cannon rush, rushing very, very far away from his opponents over there in the top right-hand corner. I don't know what to make of that. And KOT, if you were to psychically or scientifically predict what all these players are going to be busting out that we don't know, what units do you foresee in these futures?
Well, for J-Town, I believe he's going Ravens.
I don't know about that. He's got a barracks down. Looks like Reapers. He can build Reapers is what I can see out of his barracks right now.
Yep, that's it. That's the only unit. So he has to go Mass Reapers, probably a strong unit in a mono battle, so you can overwhelm those who are going the stronger tech routes. So let's see how many of those he's able to pump out, as he has one coming out right now. And how about Shadow Cricket? Shadow Cricket, what's his unit?
Let's see. I'm trying to see Shadow Cricket.
I'm going to go with High Templars.
Oh, in the meantime, check it out up here in the top right, guys. Rox just destroy-sized 5 drones with that one cannon. That was up 4 drones, rather. That cannon has 4 kills as he's dropping down more cannons here on the bottom. These drones are trying to do something about it, but everybody knows probes are OP. That's very, very nice. 10 speed. What's his unit going to be, as he's got a spawning pool right now? Don't really see much coming out, just drones.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to click on one of his larvae here and see if I can take a look at what he can build. It looks like...
Queen?
He cannot build Ultralisk. He cannot build anything. I think it might be Ultralisk. That's the only unit I see on there. Looking down on Shinobi, Shinobi also has only Ghosts, in addition to Ozzy All-Star, who also only has Ghosts.
Wow, very nice. Nuclear Penguin is expanding right now, and God, I love that name, Nuclear Penguin. A+ on the name, my friend. And we see a sneaky drone headed up here to the top right for Nuclear Penguin. Gonna get spotted by Hatcher Mike with that Overlord, but yet 2 expansions up and running for him already, so he's going heavy macro, and I think that's okay because Roxor is being pretty damn successful with this cannon rush. It's actually a pretty decent harass.
Yeah, and he has done a good job of blocking one of the expansions. Hacker Mike has been able to expand here. Of note, Nuclear Penguin can build corruptors. Only corruptors for Nuclear Penguin.
That's going to be excellent. KOT, nuclear penguins. Do those occur naturally, or is that some sort of scientific experiment gone wrong?
Well, it was first one, then the other. What happened was a number of penguins were irradiated because scientists are cruel motherfuckers, and eventually escaped the research facility, moved onto the wild, and started their own population.
Wow.
Interesting. And Hacker Mike is infestors. To sure that up. Hacker Mike is infestors.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. Aussie All-Star, his cloaking is just completing now, and he's got a nuke right behind it to come out. So, and he's got 1 ghost to come out here. So early nuke could be devastating. You know how we like nukes, guys. But please stop sending us nukes replays. We have so many of those. And J-Town here, heavy on the resources. Units lost. Does anybody lost anything significant? KOT, tell us what's going on here.
Well, obviously because of the failed cannon rush, Rox is in first place with 1,500. However, in a big long game, as I assume this will be, having that kind of score early in the game really is a bad thing. That means you've lost a lot of resources that you could be using building expensive units to throw away later.
That's very true.
There is one issue, though. You can't really build expensive units. You can only build the unit you are allowed to build.
Yes. This does throw the Gosu tab strategies and statistics that you've studied for so long off. Huge Reaper harass here from J-Town, or JT Money as some would call him. These ghosts are trying to do something about it, as ghosts are doing massive damage. Holy crap, doing so well against these Reapers. Really a hard counter, I would say, to those Reapers as they do extra damage to light. And I hear a nuke going off somewhere. Where is it, Danny?
I am looking for it. It looks like it's here. It is right on the expansion, kind of trying to hit both the expansion and the main of 10 speed. It is going to go down. It gets just a few, unfortunately. It was a nice sort of shot, but not good enough. The observer shows up for 10 speed, and the spine crawler kills the ghost.
Oh.
That is rough. But what you going to do?
Hey, that's probably not the only nuke we're going to see this game, folks, so we'll have to stay tuned for additional ones of those. Roxor picking up a high yield up here in the top right, picking up, it looks like Aussie's expanding down here in the bottom left, so everybody's starting to head out, spread out the resources across the map, which means more units lost. For those of you that are not familiar, the player that loses the most units in a Trollcast wins the Gosu tab, aka units lost. It wins a JPEG of a trophy, an elusive prize for FTW fans, so it's highly sought after. So we'll see who noobs it the hardest. And these team mono battles, not quite as exciting as I advertised here, folks.
No, it seems like it's very much dependent on who gets what. And you were right, Kingtown Shadow Cricket is massing High Templar. So it looks like we've got High Templar, Reapers, Warp Prisms, Double Ghost, Corruptors. Corruptors not going to be very effective against the other units. There are no flying units. There are no flying units on the enemy team, actually.
That is not true. Warp Prisms are flying units. The Corruptors would be especially useful against a unit that they could build in order to win the Gosu tab. This is a perfect opportunity, gentlemen.
that is true. There goes the nuke. It's one drone. Unfortunately, the Warp Prisms are on his ally's unit.
Very good. And this Ghost is doing some pretty heavy harass here. Is now getting spotted by the Observer, though. Overseer, rather. And Ozzy, and this Ghost is a Corporal with 6 kills, and he gets taken out immediately by some infested Terrans. How embarrassing is that to be taken out by zombie Terrans? But regardless, JT Money bringing over Reapers right now was going to try to stop this expansion here. Looks like successfully stopped Ozzy All-Stars expansion. So I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to win? What's this kid doing?
I'm not sure, but he's only got Reapers, and Ozzy just lifted off, so...
Boo!
Oops.
Looks like another nuke is flying across the map here, Danny. Where is it going? I don't see any.
It is on Shadow Cricket's expansion here, coming down. Looks like it's gonna hit a couple of. It's gonna hit that photon cannon and a couple of drones. Nicely done there.
Took down a
15
whole
kills.
bunch of probes.
Picking
15
off
kills.
SCVs as they run by. Very nice.
Oh, Gangstar. Whenever he sees a stream or what is that quote? Or a planet untouched by war, he just wants to nuke the crap out of it. And very nice. Taking that down. The PF, though, is it? Oh, and the Ghost barely survives there as he scoots away. And Reapers finish off the Gerb. But that boy deserves a trophy himself with so many kills. Now with Corruptors out for Nuclear Penguin, let's see what kind of devastation he's going to get. I think Nuclear Penguin, he's going to be my favorite for units lost this game. He's certainly not going to kill anything.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. Like, I guess he could go Overlord hunting.
Yeah. I mean, he really, all he can do is lose units this game. He can't actually kill anything unless he goes, oh, I didn't think about this. And in a mono battle, you can still go mass workers. So you could go 200 supply on your workers.
Now, I'm confused. If you click on one of these Corruptors, you see the little red first aid thing. Will you hover over that and see what it says? And does that confuse anybody but me?
Pacifist has been given life by promoting non-violence because you have not selected it? Interesting. Interesting feature added on this custom map. Another nuke. Danny, where is this other nuke?
Oh, I am looking for it. I am not sure where it is. I'm looking for some kind of something. I cannot see it. I have no idea where it is.
KOT, help us out. Where's the nuke, dog?
My equipment is malfunctioning. I can't find it either.
Your
I think.
science equipment, etc.
Yeah.
Nuclear bombs do that. It's delicate instruments.
They do.
That's. Oh, I get it. You know what? He did not have Corruptors. He has Broodlords.
Oh. Surprise, surprise, son, is he's bringing in all those Broodlords right now, and that's going to be pretty devastating. He's going to have Roxor's cannons here to D him up with those Broodlords, so that could be pretty damn effective. Altercation in the center of the map between these Ghosts and these Reapers. Reapers do not like Ghosts, so the Ghost is a really nice pickup this game. And another expansion, the expansion has changed positions down here for Aussie All-Star in the bottom left, and I got to say, guys, here come the High Templar across the map. I think we might see a Psystorm or two. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, one can only hope.
God, we can only hope.
The Broodlords are now complete, so that makes sense. The Pacifist buff, or debuff, I guess, now makes sense to me, because there's only way to build Broodlords is from Corruptors, so you got to give them a way to build them.
Yes, that does make sense. These HTs are in such a vulnerable position. If anything moved in on them, they would be done. But I guess nothing is going to. And these Ghosts from Shinobi ninjaing it up and moving to the left-hand side of the map. Once again, another nuke. This one being dropped down on J-Town's base, but immediately got annihilated by that planetary fortress. What do you know? Detection. It counters stuff.
Yeah, there it goes. Here comes the nuke again, though. I just don't know what that's going to do. It might kill a couple SCVs. It'll kill this missile turret coming up, and it'll put a dent in that planetary fortress. Here come the Reapers.
I think it's going to pretty much kill every SCV if it goes off, and the nuke's about to drop. Oh, and it gets canceled just in time. But those go. Oh, and it does get dropped. It does get dropped. I stand corrected. And no workers were killed in the filming of this video. However, those Reapers were, and those HTs are trying to pull around the corner there. If they got to see, oh, EMP right on top of them. They're all worthless. Now they're getting murdered. Psystorms being dropped out on top of everything. So many Psystorms being wasted there, but it was a desperation move. EMPs, Ghosts are countering everything in this game.
Yeah, Ghosts are really a really good pickup. They're very good against biological units, very good against unarmored, and allows you to build nukes. So I would almost want to get Ghosts out of in a mono battle.
Units lost tab, Ghostu tab, KOT. How are we looking? Who's going to pick up that priceless JPEG?
Well, right now I have to say it's really close. Hacker Mike and Shadow Cricket are within 200 resources of one another. Not far behind them is J-Town, and really not that much farther behind him is Roxor's. So, really, it's anybody's game.
It really is. And 10 speed right now is getting freaking jacked up by all these Broodlords up here at the top of the map at the 12 o'clock position. Nuclear Penguin is just going to town. Now, Nuclear Penguins, when they have babies, are they like litters of babies? Is it one baby at a time, or is it like 8 or 9 at a time?
No, they reproduce by dividing.
Oh, interesting.
Like osmosis or something? No, that's the wrong term. What's the scientific term for division of cells?
Meiosis.
Meiosis?
Yes.
Very good. Show Cricket coming in here. These High Templar are going to try to do something about these Broodlords. It looks like the Broodlords are barely going to escape. So slow are all of those units as they pull back here to the high ground in the back. And, man, if I'm going to make a prediction right now, I'm going to say that Ozzy All-Star is going to win the Gosu tab this game. Shinobi trying to fend off all of these Ultralists down here at the bottom of the map. Danny, these Ultras are going to town.
They are going to town. Unfortunately, his own base is getting just annihilated, as you like to say. It just seems like it's a very random game, the mono battle. All he can build are Ultralists, and Ultralists cannot attack Broodlords. Like, so he's kind of up shit creek, so to speak.
He is up shit creek. Where on the map is shit creek? I've never visited there.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. The SCVs are pulling out of this expansion as he melts that command center. He could have pulled it up to fly away, but these are extreme noobs. What league do you think these kids are in? I think if I were to predict, I'd say this is silver.
It feels silver. This place kind of feels like a silver.
It does. And it looks like this PF is now vulnerable. 3 PFs here to push off anything that comes over here for Ozzy All-Star. He's gone on the defense, folks. And more Corruptors pulling back here from Nuclear Penguin. Those Broodlords are really paying for themselves, though, as he's now starting to rip into Shadow Cricket's base. Shadow Cricket's pretty much screwed.
Yeah, the High Templar just aren't going to be fast enough to deal with. He just doesn't have enough of them. I don't even know where his High Templar are. You see the Infestors aim over there. Not enough of them. We saw Reapers tear up 3 command centers before they could become Planetary Fortress Reapers. Particularly devastating against structures with their little grenades, but I don't think they'll be able to take out those PFs at any point in time. And of course, they can't take out the Broodlords. I'm trying to think, does your team have anything that can take out Broodlords except the Infested Terran? High Templar, I guess.
Yeah, the HTs are really the closest thing that you're going to get. And unfortunately for them, Broodlords do not have energy, so they can't feed back those suckers. So really, Broodlords are an amazing choice right now. And
Shadow Cricket is building photon cannons because, you know, Broodlords can't outrange them. Oh, wait.
They can kill the Broodlings, and if you kill the Broodlings, then basically you're cutting off the claws of the Broodlord. I think it's a genius strategy.
Because they don't respawn.
They don't respawn at all. KOT, how does this work biologically that Broodlords are able to produce so many Broodlings so quickly? Are they mating with themselves? I don't understand what happens.
Well, yes, they are probably selfing, which is what it's called when one mates with oneself, essentially producing clones that are ejected way prior to maturity. And basically what the Broodlord is doing is throwing its infant children at its enemies.
Wow.
Are there any other animals in nature that do that? Besides man?
Really can't, you know, I don't think so.
It's fascinating.
It really is. All this science. I feel like our channel's becoming the Discovery Channel of Starcraft 2, thanks to the scientists we brought on board. Very expensive, though, with the 7-figure salary, but whatever, we can afford it.
Yeah, well, he is the best.
Only the best here at FTW Broadcasting. Only the worst in this replay, though. So terrible are these players. But this is a pretty hilarious map, I guess. I don't think we'll need to cast another mono battle, though. Rocks, though, picking up the expansion down here at the bottom right. I'm actually interested to cover the income tab and see how we're looking. And it looks to me like 10 speed is just absolutely devastated with no chance of coming back income-wise.
Yeah, he is in a rough shape here. He's only got like 5 harvesters up here, and the Broodlords will just take care of that in no time. Looking at the Gosu tab, he is winning the Gosu tab, so he's got that going for him.
A nuclear launch is detected down here in J-Town's base, down here at the 9 o'clock position. Uh-oh, all these workers are not running right now. Are these workers going to get completely... Gosu! Everything got taken out there. That was absolutely devastating. How many kills are we looking at here on that one, Dan?
We have 36 kills.
Oh, devastating. Good job. You are a commander, sir. Going to try to finish off that PF, as the PF has less than 500 health. It is now completely vulnerable, but then nuke got canceled out there by that Reaper, and there are no more nukes in the chamber for Ozzy All-Star, which is very disappointing. And we're seeing Infested Terran versus Broodlord action over here by Yellow's base. Who's going to win this one?
Well, the Broodlords are kind of just trying to move out of position. They finally stop and attack. All they had to do was really attack. Hacker Mike leaves the game. The game is over. J-Town and 10 Speed all leave the game. They're like, we just can't deal with the Broodlords, and there goes Shadow Cricket. And I think we still had a little more game left, but it looks pretty much over, though.
It is pretty much over. KOT, I forgot. What was the word of the cast one more time for the hilarious comments?
I forgot to. You'll have to go back to the
Ironclad.
beginning of the video.
Ironclad was the word. Thank you very much. KOT, who wins that JPEG of a trophy? And I'm actually going to make it into a PNG of a trophy this time because this game is a bit different. What?
We can't afford PNGs, man. Not with the King of Town salary.
All right,
Okay, the
JPEG.
GIF of a trophy is going to go to 10 speed.
10 speed.
With 13,400. Really a pitiful score. Kind of disappointing. 10 speed, you can do better. Try harder next time.
Everything, everything about this one was pitiful. I mean, they weren't. I don't know. They were pretty terrible. I guess they did the best they could to lose units given the restrictions in place. So I guess we should be proud of our fans. Thank you for submitting this replay to us, and anybody else who wants their terrible noobness or insane tactics sent over to us, FTWBroadcasting@gmail.com. Detailed description is a requirement. Detailed description is a requirement. Anybody who's like, I don't want to ruin it by giving you a description, you are automatically not going to get cast. So, all right. And my wife is headed off to the club, so that means I need to do my outro. Click in the center of the heart to subscribe to our channel. Danny does the sickest dance of all time. When you click that at 10,000 subscribers, we will be doing a sick dance video in Manhattan. Top left is our previous episode. Top right's our next episode. Playlist is the green link in the bottom right. A library of all the worst players of all time are there. So check that out if you want to see some stuff that will melt brain cells. Bottom left is a link to our YouTube channel. We also do Star Wars The Old Republic and League of Legends. And Danny's pulling up the banner right now for mensclothing.org. That is our sponsor, allowing us to buy cool microphones, hard drives, video games, all kinds of stuff that allows us to bring you more free content. So click the link in the video description below, mensclothing.org/FTW. Click it about 17,000 times. Do it for us. Do it for our sponsor. We appreciate them supporting us. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next Trollcast.